Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Have you ever caught yourself wondering what it really takes to live a long, full life? It's something my patients ask me about all the time in my clinic. A lot of us grew up with this idea that living a long life is just something you're either born with or you're not. You know, the story, we all have that neighbor, let's call him Mr. Johnson, who somehow smoked cigars, had a beer every night, and still made it to his 90th birthday party. And we look at that and think, see, it's all luck, it's the genetic lottery, you can't change it. But here's the thing, my friends, modern science has completely flipped that idea on its head. The truth is, the people who are likely to live a long, vibrant life, they're not just lucky, they're not relying on some magic pill or expensive supplement. Their bodies are actually giving off five very clear signals in their everyday lives. And these signals, they don't care how many abnormal labs you have on your blood work. They don't care if you've been taking ginseng or deer antler velvet or whatever else is out there. What they care about is way more practical. Can you enjoy your food? Can you carry the groceries? Can you walk at a decent pace? Can you stand on one leg without tipping over? And can you take care of yourself? Sounds almost too simple, right? But don't let the simplicity fool you. Behind each one of these is some rock solid science. Just recently, multiple international landmark studies, including top journals like the Lancet and the British Journal of Sports Medicine, have done large scale follow up studies on these exact five traits. And what they found was pretty stunning. People who have these characteristics have a dramatically lower risk of death compared to everyone else. So if you or someone in your family has even just one of these, congratulations, you are officially what I like to call a longevity stock with serious potential. And if you've got all five, well, I might as well congratulate you right now, because that happy, independent, joyful 100-year life, it's pretty much in the bag. It's not guaranteed, but the odds just got a whole lot better. In today's video, I'm going to break down these five longevity signals from top to bottom. I'm not just going to tell you what they are. I'm going to show you how to test yourself at home right now, and more importantly, how to strengthen any of them with simple exercises you can do in your living room. Because when it comes to health, the sooner you know, the more power you have to take control. Let's get into it. Longevity signal one, good dental fitness. You can eat just about anything and enjoy it. There's an old saying, food is the foundation of the people, but here's the part we don't always think about. Teeth are the foundation of that foundation. When most people think about living longer, their mind goes straight to running or eating more kale or cutting out carbs. But multiple studies have shown for years that people with good teeth and strong chewing function, they actually have a major longevity advantage. So why are teeth so important? A lot of folks think, well, losing teeth is just part of getting older. No big deal. I'll just eat soup or oatmeal or get some dentures. But your teeth are so much more than just tools for chewing. They are literally the first line of defense for your entire body. And the data backs this up in a big way. Research has shown that people with poor chewing ability have a death risk that's 1.54 to 1.62 times higher than people who can chew well. Some studies have even found that risk to be around 1.44 times higher. Those numbers are nothing to ignore. So what's actually happening here? There's a chain reaction. Step one, your chewing power goes down. Maybe your teeth hurt, maybe they're loose. Suddenly, you can't chew meat anymore. You can't bite into a crisp apple or a handful of almonds. Step two, malnutrition creeps in. You start gravitating towards softer foods, rice porridge, noodles, mushy vegetables, and what drops out of your diet: protein, meat, eggs, dairy, all the stuff your muscles need to stay strong. Step three, muscle loss. No protein means your muscles start wasting away. You get weaker, your mobility declines. And step four, this one's scary. Your brain starts to suffer. The simple act of chewing actually pumps blood to your brain. Every time you bite down, you're stimulating blood flow up there. People who avoid chewing because their teeth aren't great, they may even have a higher risk of cognitive decline down the road. So yeah, being able to eat well, to bite into things, to chew thoroughly, that's like a hidden badge of honor for longevity. Now let's do a couple of quick tests to see where you stand. Test number one, the food hardness challenge. I want you to think about, or better yet, try tomorrow, three foods. One, raw nuts, like almonds or walnuts. Two, an apple with the skin on. Three, a piece of crusty bread or a crusty roll. If you can crunch those nuts with no problem, you're in the excellent zone. If nuts are a little tough, or if you find yourself chewing that apple skin many times before you can swallow, you're in the moderate zone. And if you can't bite into a nut at all, or even chewing that bread makes your jaw ache, that's a sign your chewing function has taken a hit and it deserves some attention. Test number two, the saliva swallow test. You can literally do this right now. Sit up straight, relax for a minute, and then try to swallow your saliva. Count how many times you can swallow in 30 seconds or a minute. A normal rate is about 3 to 5 swallows per minute. If it's less than two and your mouth feels sticky or dry, that can mean your oral muscles and saliva production are starting to decline. Now, if you did great on those tests, honestly, celebrate that. That's a win. But if you struggled a little, please don't brush this off. Don't tell yourself it's just part of getting older. Make an appointment with your dentist, get those cavities filled, address any gum issues. And while you're waiting for that appointment, there are two simple things I want you to start doing at your very next meal. Tip one, slow down and chew more. Give yourself a little rule: every single bite, at least 20 chews before you swallow. I know it sounds tedious, but this isn't just about your teeth. It strengthens your jaw muscles, it helps your digestion, and it gives your brain time to catch up and realize you're full, which bonus helps with weight management. No more inhaling your food in 5 minutes. Tip two, occasionally eat something with a little bite to it. If your dentist says it's okay, try to work in a few firmer foods a couple of times a week. Eat that apple with the skin, have an ear of corn on the cob, snack on a few raw almonds. It's the classic use it or lose it principle. Gentle, consistent chewing keeps your jawbone and your muscles in fighting shape. Longevity signal two, strong grip strength. You can carry things without struggling. All right, so we've covered the mouth. Now let's talk about your hands. Go ahead and make a fist squeeze. That right there, your grip strength is like a window into your overall health. You use it every single day without thinking, carrying groceries, opening a jar, wringing out a washcloth. But this simple force, it's actually one of the most powerful predictors of how long you're going to live. I know it sounds weird, hand strength really, but hear me out. Grip strength isn't just about your hands. It's a snapshot of your total muscle mass and your cardiovascular health. And here's what we fear most as we age: sarcopenia. That's the fancy word for losing muscle. When muscle melts away, you get weak, your metabolism slows down, your immune system doesn't work as well, and your risk of falling, which can be devastating, goes way up. Grip strength is one of the simplest, most sensitive ways to measure that total muscle mass. The Lancet, one of the most respected medical journals in the world, published a massive study following over 140,000 people for 4 years. And here's what they found: for every 5 kilogram drop in grip strength, the risk of death from all causes increased by 16%. That's not nothing, and it's not just international data. We also have local studies. A long-term study here following 11,000 middle-aged and older adults for 8 years. It showed that people with the strongest grips had a dramatically lower risk of death, 53% lower for men, 49% lower for women. That's like cutting your risk in half. So if your hands are strong, that's a fantastic sign that your heart is pumping well and you're holding on to your muscle mass. It's a sign of a resilient body. Now let's test it at home. If you don't have one of those fancy grip dynamometers, grab a standard 500 milliliter water bottle, about 17 ounces. Or a small oil jug works too. Hold it in one hand with your arm down by your side. Squeeze that bottle as hard as you can and try to hold that squeeze for a full minute. If you can do it easily, no shaking, no major soreness, your baseline grip is pretty good. If you can't make it to 30 seconds, or your hand starts trembling and gives out, that's a sign your upper body strength needs some work. But here's the empowering part, and I really want you to hear this: grip strength is totally trainable. Even if you feel weak right now, give it a month of consistent work. You will feel a difference. Here are two simple exercises you can do. Exercise one, the water bottle squeeze. You can do this while you're watching television. Hold that same 500 milliliter bottle or a light dumbbell in each hand, squeeze tight for 5 seconds, then slowly relax for 3 seconds. That's one rep. Aim for 10 reps in a row and try to do 3 sets a day. When 500 milliliters starts feeling easy, graduate to a 1 liter bottle. Progress is the goal. Exercise 2, the softball squeeze. Pick up one of those squishy stress balls or a cheap grip ring. Whenever you're sitting around, watching television, waiting for your coffee to brew, just squeeze it. Do 20 reps with one hand, then switch. This works the small muscles in your hands and boosts circulation in your fingertips. A few minutes a day is all it takes. You're not just squeezing a ball, you're literally investing in your future health. Longevity signal 3, you walk fast, you move with a steady, brisk pace. Please never underestimate the simple act of walking. The speed at which you naturally walk, not power walking, just your everyday pace, might actually be a more honest predictor of how long you'll live than a stack of lab reports. Scientists are now calling walking speed the sixth vital sign, right up there with temperature, blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing. So why do brisk walkers tend to live longer? Because walking is an incredibly complex whole body operation. Think about it. It requires your heart to pump fuel, Your lungs to provide oxygen, your bones for support, your muscles for power, your brain to coordinate balance, and your eyes to navigate. If any single part of that system is off, say your heart's a little weak, a joint hurts, or there's an early sign of a neurological issue, your walking speed will naturally slow down. Your body just can't move as fast. So when you walk at a good clip, it tells us that this entire system is working smoothly. Your body is functioning at a high level. And the research backs this up in a big way. One analysis looking at 34,000 people found that for every 0.1 meter per second increase in walking speed, the risk of death dropped by 10 to 12% in people over 75. Those with the fastest walking speed had a survival rate over the next 10 years that was 4 to 5 times higher than the slowest walkers. Another massive study suggested that the slowest walkers had double the risk of death compared to the fastest walkers. That's pretty motivating, right? So how do you know if your pace is where it should be? Here are two easy ways to check. Method one, the 10-meter test. Mark out a 10-meter distance. That's about 33 feet in your hallway, your driveway, anywhere you have a straight line. Walk it at your normal everyday pace. Have someone time you or use a stopwatch on your phone. Then use this simple guide. If you cover that distance in about 8 seconds or less, that's excellent. 1.2 meters per second or faster. If it takes you 9 to 12 seconds, that's moderate, about 0.8 to 1.1 meters per second. If it takes you more than 12 seconds, that's on the slower side. And if you're below 0.6 meters per second, that's a sign that your body may be more frail. And it's worth a conversation with your doctor. Method two, the 1 minute count. Just walk normally for 1 minute and count your steps. If you take 60 to 70 steps or more, that's good. If you take fewer than 50 steps, that's on the slower side. Now, if your pace is great, keep it up. But if it's a little slower, please don't go out tomorrow and try to sprint a mile. You will hurt your knees and you'll get discouraged. Start small, 3 times a week. Dedicate some time to brisk walking. Try to walk 300 to 500 meters at a pace where you're slightly breathless but can still talk. Focus on your form, head up, shoulders back, swing your arms, and please wear proper walking shoes. Not flip-flops or worn out flats, a little faster, a little steadier, and you will literally be walking your way to better health. Longevity signal 4, you can balance on one leg, you stand steady. This next one might seem like a party trick, but it's actually incredibly powerful. Being able to stand on one leg for 10 seconds is one of the best defenses against the biggest threat to seniors, falls, standing on one leg tests. So many things at once. It checks your muscle strength, especially in your core and legs. It checks your nerve coordination, which involves your cerebellum. It checks your joint stability, your knees, your ankles, and it checks your brain's control center. The stronger these systems are, the better your balance and the lower your risk for a devastating fall. And for an older adult, a bad fall can be life-changing. It can lead to a fracture, a loss of independence, and a cascade of other health issues, pneumonia, blood clots, you name it. So good balance. That's like having your own personal fall insurance. In 2022, the British Journal of Sports Medicine published a study that really opened people's eyes. They tracked over 1,700 middle-aged and older adults for 7 years, and here's what they found. People who could not stand on one leg for 10 seconds had a death rate of 17.5% over the following 7 years. For those who could do it easily, the death rate was only 4.5%. Some research even suggests that for people over 50, failing that 10-second balance test could mean a doubled risk of death. So let's try it, but safety first. Please stand next to a wall or a sturdy chair or have someone spot you. We don't want any falls here. Put your hands on your hips or let them hang at your sides. Keep your eyes open. Lift one foot off the ground and start your timer. If you can stand for 10 seconds or more without wobbling, that's excellent. If you can stand for 5 to 10 seconds, that's okay, but there's room to improve. If you can't make it to 5 seconds or you have to put your foot down immediately, that's a sign your balance needs some work. Now, if your balance isn't great, don't panic. Balance is like a muscle. You can train it. Here are 2 easy exercises. Exercise 1, the toothbrush balance. This is one of my favorites. Twice a day while you're brushing your teeth, hold onto the sink with one hand for safety and try standing on one leg. Start with 10 seconds on the left, then switch to the right. As you get better, try just using one fingertip for balance and eventually let go completely. You're brushing your teeth anyway. Might as well get a balance workout in exercise 2. The sofa ankle charger while you're sitting on the couch watching television with your feet flat on the floor. Repeatedly lift your heels up high so you're up on your toes. Feel that burn in your calves. That's good. Do 15 reps, rest, and do another set. This strengthens your ankles and makes your whole base more stable. Longevity signal 5, you can care for yourself. You're independent. This last signal might sound the simplest, but honestly, it's probably the one that truly defines a high quality, long life. Being able to feed yourself, get dressed, use the bathroom on your own. In the medical world, we call this activities of daily living or ADLs. And it's the ultimate measure of your dignity and your quality of life as you age. Large scale studies from Japan and the UK have confirmed this. Compared to seniors who are fully independent, those who are completely dependent on others for care have a death risk that's a staggering 6.6 times higher. Even moderate dependence, like needing help putting on clothes, is linked to a 2.5 times higher risk. And here's the key, these declines can start to show up a full decade before the end of life. So if we catch them early, we can do something about it. So let's do a quick self-check. You can also share this with your parents. Can you do these 6 things on your own? 1. The transfer test. Can you get out of bed by yourself in the morning, sit up, and swing your legs to the floor without help? 2. The dressing test. Can you put on your shirt and pants, button them, and zip them up? This checks fine motor skills and joint mobility. 3. The hygiene test. Can you walk to the bathroom and brush your teeth and wash your face? 4. The toileting test. Can you use the toilet and clean yourself independently? This is a core part of dignity. 5. The feeding test. Can you pick up your fork or spoon and bring food to your mouth to swallow? 6. The mobility test. Can you walk around your home freely without having to hold onto the walls? If you can do all these, congratulations. You have one of the greatest gifts in life. If you find some of them getting a little tough, like putting on socks is a struggle, don't just ask a family member to do it for you. Remember, use it or lose. It is the golden rule. Here are 2 ways to maintain that independence. 1, treat chores as training. Think of wiping down the kitchen counter as an arm workout. Think of sweeping the floor as a core and back exercise. Folding laundry is a full body coordination drill. If your body allows it, do as much for yourself as you can. 2, create little rituals. Give yourself small daily missions. Water the plants, walk down the driveway to get the mail. These tiny acts of purpose and movement keep your body and mind engaged. Of course, if you or a family member are experiencing consistent new difficulty with any of these basic activities, please schedule an appointment with your doctor. Early help from a physical or occupational therapist can make a world of difference. All right, let's wrap this up with a quick recap of the 5 longevity signals. Signal 1, good dental fitness. You can enjoy a variety of foods. Your teeth are the first line of defense. Signal 2, strong grip strength. Your hands have power. It's a window into your total muscle and heart health. Signal 3, a brisk walking speed. You move at a good clip. It's the 6th vital sign showing your whole body is working well. Signal 4, good balance. You can stand on one leg for 10 seconds. It's your personal fall insurance. Signal 5, full independence. You can take care of yourself. This is the foundation of dignity and quality of life. 2 final thoughts for you. First, please don't get discouraged if you're not there yet. If you struggled with your grip or your balance, you can absolutely improve. Start today, squeeze that ball practice, standing on one leg while you brush your teeth. Chew your food mindfully. Your body has an amazing ability to rebuild its strength. Second, if you're concerned about anything, talk to your doctor. If you notice a sudden or persistent difficulty with any of these things, like you suddenly can't walk as far or you're having trouble swallowing, don't just tough it out, make an appointment. Early intervention is always more effective. My friends, a long and healthy life isn't about luck. It's about paying attention and taking small, consistent steps to care for the amazing body you have. I hope you have all 5 of these signals so you can enjoy a long, high-quality life. We don't just want to live longer. We want to live better, with joy, with independence, with dignity. Drop a comment below and let me know how many of these 5 do you have, and if you're working on one, which is it, start today with those little exercises. It's never too late to start building a healthier future. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a friend or family member. Let's all take control of our health together. Here's to great health for all of us. I'll see you in the next one. This information is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with your own doctor before making any changes to your health routine. If you're dealing with any health concerns, please schedule a visit with your primary care doctor. I'm here to help you understand the science, not replace professional medical advice.